Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny and Juice. How you doing tonight, Juice?
Feeling naked.
What?
I'm feeling naked, Danny.
Why?
It's a different show tonight.
I
We
know
have no
there's a lot of stuff we're not doing tonight.
we have no more card pack unopenings. We have no more fantasy leaderboard. It's a whole different time, a new era, if you will. Not really,
I was gonna say
but
more like the old era. Like it's like we're going back to what what we were doing.
yeah, less segments. We still have our trivia. We have two other segments for you guys tonight. But
One new
yeah,
one.
yeah. Thank you for joining us and tuning in, and we appreciate y'all being here. And we're looking to have some fun, talk some AEW. Got some surprise games coming up after the commercial break. We'll see what that's about.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, while you are here, please do see the instructions over in the chat, in your chat, for subscribing. If you want to subscribe to us, take the time. We'd really appreciate your support. You can support in any way you'd like. But if you do have Amazon Prime, you also have Amazon Prime Gaming, which gives you one free sub to use once a month. It renews every month. Instructions are right there on how to do it, how to use it, and cost you nothing extra, and it supports us just the same as you paying the few dollars a month. So thank you. We do appreciate it as always. Any and all support. You don't have to do it live. While we will give you a shout out live on the air if we see it. You can always support if you're watching this on demand or on our YouTube, or if you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning having night sweats and you're like, sharpshooters must, God, and you want to support. Hey, perfect time to do it. We have fans all over the world. I've seen them. Algeria, Zimbabwe exist. Austria, whole world. Let's get started. I don't know. I just look at the metrics and I see the numbers, and they watch us from those places. The demos, gotta get the numbers. I see Egypt too. That's pretty cool. All right, remiss. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. Liz, they can't hear Danny.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, that was weird. For some reason my mic turned off.
Oh,
Strange.
at least they heard me the right
Yeah,
time.
they heard you the whole time. So, for those of
Or
you,
twice if you're
or
in
twice if
Milwaukee.
you're in Milwaukee, yes. For those of you who have never been here on Tuesday, this is
Ow.
our Anything Night Goes with our segments. So we're gonna do AEW top 10 pay-per-view matches of all time, and then after the break, we're gonna do a new segment that Juice hasn't done yet, which is keep 5, cut 5. So there's gonna be no ranking today, but you just are gonna blindly keep 5 and cut 5. We'll get more into that later. What are you laughing about? What'd I say?
Well, no, you said it's anything night goes.
Anything
So
night, exactly. I mean,
it's anything night
it's
goes.
on brand with what I said. All right, so
All right.
Tuesdays
Let's start. It gets.
with our trivia. With our trivia, if we remember back around this time, we had the inaugural alliance start of
Which
the
one?
storyline, and we had the inaugural brawl of the alliance team versus like the invasion pay-per-view.
Okay. There's a lot of
Everyone
alliances.
remembers that at the end of that pay-per-view, Austin turned on Team WWF. All right. Who
Yeah.
got the pin for Team Alliance that pay-per-view?
That's invasion you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. So Austin turned Team WCW won, I believe, because I'm pretty sure the end of it was WWE winning. So
No. This was the inaugural one. So Austin turned on Team WWF and Team WCW won.
yeah. So but that was at invasion.
That's what I said. This is in the invasion pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
I
I
thought you
said.
said the other way. I'm sorry. I heard that Team WWF won, so I just wanted to make sure.
Well,
My bad.
my brain. I'm saying that WWF didn't win because they won Survivor Series 1. That's
Gotcha.
all I was
Gotcha.
saying.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I can't understand the juice brain.
It's okay. I don't understand it sometimes myself. I don't think Shane was on that team yet. I mean, then it was Booker. Because the team wasn't really. I don't think it was like all WWE-ified yet. Like it was still like WCW people, but
This was Alliance. So it was WCW and ECW. There
and
were
ECW, yeah.
and
So at that point, Shane
yeah.
was already with them. But so maybe it was him. 'Cause I keep thinking of Shane, Booker, and RVD, but RVD fought Jeff Hardy that night for the IC title, so it wasn't
Yes.
RVD. Booker and The Rock didn't fight that night. I don't even think they fought. They fought at SummerSlam. I'm just gonna say Shane. That's my brain keeps saying. I might be wrong.
I finally got juice. I stumped him on one. About damn time. The answer is Booker T. You are correct. Shane McMahon was not on that Invasion team. That Invasion, the Alliance team was Booker T, the Dudley Boys, Rhino, and DDP. And then
that was my second thought. It was my second guess. If not Shane, Booker.
I thought you were going to say Booker. Once you said Booker didn't face The Rock, I was like, son of a bitch. Got it again. My head was already like, God damn it.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't figure because I knew that was early on. And I feel like even though WCW and ECW were going to win, Vince still wouldn't have given like anybody from there the win. So Shane would have gotten it. Whatever. All right. Well done.
Remember, Booker T is like the only one he liked from the beginning. So
yeah, I know. And RVD.
Alrighty. Moving on. So our first segment of the night, we ranked our AEW top 10 pay-per-view matches. Now I don't know about you. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was thinking about it a few weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, we're 6 years in now, and it's easy to do a lot of like
AEW, not us.
Best of. Well, yeah, 6 years in now for AEW, and it's easy to think of like to do like history segments or best of segments because WWE has like decades and decades of history, so there's not much for AEW. But I was like, I think it's enough time has passed. We can either get at least a list of going of like what we consider the best pay-per-view matches because there are so many, and there's a lot on TV too. But we want to keep this pay-per-view. And
so that's the first thing I was going to say was that the hardest part for me on this list was trying to remember which ones were like Grand Slams and like special Dynamite matches and then which ones were pay-per-view matches. So like I just like when I first started this, I was like, all right, whatever matches come to my head, let's just put them all down and then I'll look them up and like see where they were and just remember and stuff like that. So half my list got like eliminated because they were like Grand Slam or whatever, and I just totally forgot that it wasn't the pay-per-view. But besides that, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do top 10 like what I thought were the top 10 best because it's so hard with so many matches. I just did my top 10 favorite. Like I think they're all great matches. It's gonna be hard to argue that they're not a good match, but I just went with my favorites because after a while, I was just like, it's for me to just be like this one specifically and this one specifically, and then the same like 2 or 3 names kept popping up over and over. I'm like, let me just go with my favorite instead of just like what I think quote unquote is the best. But
I mean, that's kind of I don't know. I feel like that's more or less hand in hand. It's like the same.
I mean, some people try to like list them like what they think is the best of all time and not like what's their favorite match. Like some people consider that different.
Yeah, I suppose, but from my approach, I mean, I did the same thing. I essentially went with what I thought were, what I think were the best, and the best are my favorites. Like, for me, they're kind of one and the same in this instance. So
cool.
That's how I did it. My list. So I went through, like you said, I went through my head, and then from there I went on Wikipedia. I just went pay-per-view by pay-per-view, and I made a master list. I got up to 40 matches where I was like, damn.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because I wanted to at least get a list and then thin it out from there, and it was easy to get it down from the 40 to 20 pretty quick. Like once you really get an idea, and then from there, I think I was down to like 13 or 14, and I was like, this is getting tough. Like now, like these are the ones I'm gonna feel bad leaving off. So there are obviously ones I missed, but I don't think we're gonna have a bad match here in the house.
Yeah, I agree
With what we're about to talk about. because it's meant to be the best. I don't think any of us are trying to be cute here with our list.
I'm just cute in general.
Oh wow. Some things I will share. Before we begin, if anybody's watching, by the way, and wants to throw in chat, their favorite matches, what they think are the best matches in AEW history, throw them in chat as we're going along. We're gonna go one by one, starting from 10, working our way up, and
Yeah, if you
we
want
can
to
dive.
guess what matches you think we put on here, throw them in the chat. Or if
Yeah,
you want to try to match ours with what you think are the best, throw them in the chat. However you want to play with us. That doesn't
yeah.
sound right. However you want to watch along with us.
No, I'll go with what Danny said first.
No.
So yeah, you know what? Actually, I have some fan submissions with matches, but I'm gonna wait till we're about halfway through before I start
Ooh.
sharing them. I don't want to
Okay.
like name matches that might be on our list. So, excuse me, got a little choked up. Okay, like a hiccup or burp.
It's
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
bro. Everything's going to be all right.
I want to go sleep. All right.
Well,
Let's get
not
going.
not that all
Starting
right.
with
Okay, here we go.
numbered hands.
So, unveil it. Bam.
Number turn.
Okay, first up, I'm just trying not to unveil too much at a time.
And just a reminder for our viewers again, seeing a match at number 10 does not mean it's a bad match. These are obviously the top 10 in pay-per-view history, and there's
Yeah.
probably been a good like hundreds, maybe even 1,000 at this point of these matches. I don't know how many they've hit.
I'm
Probably
just
not
trying to
1,000,
fix this up a little bit. There we
That's
go.
fine.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so first one on the list for us, I chose a pretty recent one, and that was also another hard part for me. Was trying to like not do recency bias with like matches from. I didn't want to forget about some old matches and stuff like that. But I went with Tony Storm versus Mariah May this year at Revolution. The final match with them, I really enjoyed it. I thought that was like a nice final match for their rivalry, and I'm all about like a good rival and story kind of ending. I know it was a little rushed, and I wish it got drawn out more, but obvious reasons why. But I did enjoy that a lot, so I put that at number 10.
All right. Yeah, I'll admit I'm surprised to see this one on here because I mean again it's all about personal opinion, but like I thought the All In match was the better match. I feel like you said this one was pretty rushed, and just from like it was on my big list, but then once I was thinking it out from like a political standpoint with how everything had to go down and went down, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But it's a good match. It's just I thought the All In was a little bit better, but yeah. Not bad because was it technically a no DQ or street
Yeah.
fight, right? It had a stipulation on it,
Yeah.
I believe, because they went through the table and everything on the
Mm-hmm.
stage. So, word. All right. First up at number 10, I have from this past year's World's End, the Continental Classic Finals for Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. Just a culmination of like 2 months worth of story and build up with Will going through everything with Fletcher and Okada. Well, despite where he is now, reestablishing himself as an ace and a tournament king, where he was kind of cold for quite a while on the
I mean, he's the unified
AEW
champion.
scene.
Watch out. Watch your mouth.
Yeah. So yeah, and also throughout the night, this told a story because Okada won earlier in the night. I believe he beat Ricochet, and then Ospreay beat Fletcher in the opener and had the huge like bandage on his head with the blood coming out. So he was fighting back as an underdog. I love the match, and I mean, I'm still bummed Okada won it, but we are where we are now. It's not worth it. So still a great match. So it had to go on there for me.
Agreed. All right. Number 9s. We have Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes, Double or Nothing 2019, brother versus brother. I really just like loved this match story wise. I thought it was because AEW was still kind of early. They weren't doing like every match blood and all that, so like that really spoke volumes at that time because WWE wasn't doing blood too much. So like that match was really just like really vicious. The aftermath with the ending and him asking to be the tag team partner just was like nice little cherry on top for them versus the Bucks match. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this match, and I think it helped establish AEW pretty early on.
All right. So I'll just say that this was one that I was thinking about for quite a while with my list too, because it was absolutely at the time like the first match that put them on the map. It was the most memorable one. It was one in the record books for so long, just being up there with like the best matches. And as I made my list and looked over the matches, like I'll spoiler alert a little bit here from my list, but I found it really hard to put a lot of like early year matches on here. And it's not a knock on early AEW, but I just feel like the last like 3 years, the pay per view in ring stuff has been so great that it's comparing it to what was going on in 2019 and 2020 and even 2021. I was like, I don't know if they're better. Like, yeah, they have the history behind them, but again, just my opinion. It's a great match. I just watched it like a few months ago, like when we did our rewatch for the
Yeah, yeah.
show,
And
which
no,
you
I
can
agree with
watch
you
on
with
our
that.
YouTube.
I think the other thing I was also trying to avoid was like, especially with my top whatever, you'll see it more.
Yeah,
But like trying to avoid the same names over and over and over because like after a while, I know, like
yeah,
if they're the top
yeah,
10, they're the top 10. There's a reason for it, but
yeah.
like just want to switch it up a little bit, and if some of these matches just kind of deserve their due also. So I
Yeah, no,
love
it's
your number 9. That was almost my number. That was almost on my top 10.
yeah, no, and listen, it's more than fair. I mean, the match is great. Like it was on. I was considering it, but then it just felt like matched up with what I had. Personally, I was just like, I can't justify just putting it on there to put it on there for me at
No,
least.
for sure.
Yeah. So next up, at my number 9, I have from Revolution last year, Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks. It was Sting's retirement match. What I still consider to probably be their probably their best top to bottom pay per view ever. I loved that show. I think the
I
crowd was
think we
hot
agreed
all
with that. I think
night.
we did like a top pay per
Yeah.
view recently.
I don't know if we did that. We did the shooties where it won pay per view of the year.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. You're right.
But you can go back and watch on our YouTube if you
I was
want
about to
in our
say,
archives. Yeah.
look at the link
Um,
tree below.
but I loved the match. It was just the perfect cap off for a night. It did everything right with Sting's retirement, with how a legend should go out. The classic Darby spot going through the glass. Holy crap. Um, yeah, just like a great match, a great send off for Sting, and a great moment. And everybody thought, you know, Bucks were gonna, oh, Bucks are gonna win. Bucks have to win. Bucks are gonna win, and then bam,
Yeah,
they went out as champ. That was awesome.
it was
So
dope.
good. So yeah, number 9.
All right, next up, we have you go first this time. I've been going first the last two. Another 24.
Okay,
This is 3 in a row last year.
I warned y'all. I
Big year
told
for
you.
Juice.
Just once I started looking through everything, once I started looking through all the matches, it was really hard to, think that the older matches from the first few years are just better or on this level. They're great, but so I put Swerve versus Will Ospreay at last year's Forbidden Door at number 8. Um, this one is probably some recency bias. Well, not recency bias, but live bias, because I was at the show. We were at the show,
As I say,
and well, I don't want to, I don't want to give away your position.
speak for
Um,
me.
that too. Yeah, this was honestly the match, and I've said it here on the show too. This was the match that sold me on Swerve. I know he was ready champion at this point for like 2-3 months, and I
Wasn't
liked
good.
him. I always liked Swerve, but this was the one that kind of, for me, solidified him as like, okay, he's the guy. He can go. He can hold it. He can do this. So it did its job in that regard. And
Nice.
then Will Ospreay is Will Ospreay. I mean, I already liked him a ton, but this only helped more.
Yeah,
So
right.
I thought it was a great match, star-making performance for really both of them. Because at that point, Ospreay was only in AEW still for like a few months. Like he only came over.
Yeah,
Beginning
everyone
of
thinks he's
24.
been there for a while, but they gotta remember the announcement was
Yeah,
made like almost a year in advance of his actual debut. So,
yeah. So great match. That's my number 8.
my number 8, my only tag team match on here, Young Bucks versus Lucha. I think my only tag team match on here, Young Bucks versus Lucha Bros. All Out 2021 in that cage match, just like a dope, chaotic cage match, one of the best cage matches in quite some time, I think. And it was just, I mean, between these two teams, you knew it was going to be, once you take the tag out of it, these two teams really get to shine. I think where a lot of fans like hate them is that they don't respect like the tag rules, the tag count, blah 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 blah, and they get away with like weird stuff. So take out the rules and take out the element, and you really let them get to kind of shine, and they really did that pay-per-view. So I enjoyed this match so much.
Is this the one? I don't think they've done it more than once. Was this the one with the exploding shoes?
I think so.
I don't remember if they did it here or like a little bit later, but
I can't remember off the top of my head, but no, was it this one?
Oh, if anybody in chat knows, definitely let us know.
Actually, I think it was this one because it was the cage match. I think it was this one.
I think if it wasn't the exploding shoes, I feel like if anything, this was probably the first time they did the thumbtacks on the shoes. They did something here in this one for the first time.
I think it wasn't
the exploding.
No. I think the exploding ones were
Moxley, right? With Mox.
Yeah, I think these were the thumbtacks.
This was probably the show with the. I remember there was something in this match they did for the first time, and I'm pretty sure now that we're talking it out, it probably was the first time they did the thumbtacks on the shoes. Either way, yeah, it was a great match. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right, number 7. We got Swerve Strickland versus Adam Page in one of the goriest, craziest matches I've ever seen in Full Gear 2023. Another one, and a lot of my matches kind of go hand in hand with the story just because like, I really love those matches that tell a really good story with it. This was after all this crazy shit with the house burning down, with all like in the midst of all that. So it was, it was just an insane match, and it really showed a different part of both of them. More Page than Strickland. Like, we knew Strickland can get kind of crazy. We knew Strickland can go kind of nuts, but Page really got like crazy in this match, and like it really showed like a darker side of Page, which was very interesting to me, because up until that point I only really saw him as like a baby face, like a clean baby face.
Yeah, I get you. So yeah, because this was the Texas Death Match, right?
Yes.
Now,
one of his men.
I don't know. Yeah. Trying to remember the timeline of everything, because didn't they do the house burn down after this?
That's what I said. I think it was in the midst of it. I don't want to say it was definitely before this, but this was also but this was also the like. No, I think this was it, because it wasn't this one he brought out the shard of the house to stab him with it in this match. So I think this was after it.
It might have been. I couldn't.
And this is also the cinder block thing, I believe. So that's why, like, this match brought like a bunch of crazy different elements.
Cinder block might have been the cage though, it all out with the needle.
Didn't they bring it back though with this match?
They might have done it on both, man. They're that
fair,
crazy. They're that nuts.
That's so fair. No, I'm almost positive this is the one where he brought out the shard of the house, of the burnt house, to like try to stab him with it.
Yeah. No, I remember that spot. I just didn't remember if it was here or later on. But yeah, these were all matches that I struggled with. Like, what? No, well, I'm wrong sometimes too. It happens to the best of us, you know, and you. So yeah. I was gonna say I was watching the beginning of this match a few weeks ago before All In, because they put AEW put it on their YouTube. And just watch it. Yeah, it was a great match. I remember this is the one where he was definitely drinking the blood and stuff.
Yeah.
Out of his mouth, and like, so these matches, and again, I'll spoiler alert it for the sake of just moving this along. But the Swerve and Page matches were tough for me because they were Page burned the house in September. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's it. I remember it being in like September, but I thought the match happened like much closer to it. Like I thought he burnt it down right before the match, at All Out. But I guess it did happen in September, and then they fought in November. That's why it just feels like it's a gap, but whatever. I thought he did it right before the All-Out cage match, to be honest with you. I thought that, because I thought the Texas Death was the second match, but whatever. We'll move it along. Again, if anybody wants to fact check it while we're talking, go for it. But yeah, I didn't put the Swerve and Page
so Harley said Page burned the house in September on a Dynamite show.
Oh yeah, that's what I just said. I was just
Oh,
talking about that.
sorry. My bad. I got lost with the text from the producer. I apologize about that.
Oh, okay. Yes. So either way, what I was getting at is that the Swerve and Page matches were both around my like 13, 14. They were the ones I ultimately left off my list. I just felt like with everything else, like they were great, but they're more of like an overall collection where like yeah, I don't know, it's just weirder to like put them in the top 10 on their own. So just yeah, they didn't make my cut, but they were very, very close. That was my mindset for why I didn't put them on over other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, I just want to point out how we're almost halfway through this list, and I don't think we have any crossover yet.
Very interesting.
Like, so just something to show you how many great matches there are in AEW, like have been like. So if I mean, granted, I'm sure it's going to come down to the top 5, but
I was just say I want
like,
to see how that continues in the top 5 because I just kind of copied and pasted my list to try not to pay attention to yours. So I want to see what our top 5 looks like.
yeah. So yeah, let's move it on along.
Well,
And
you
Harley,
didn't
if you want to check,
you
if
didn't
Harley,
talk
if you
about your
want to
number
check,
7.
oh yeah, we'll do that. Harley, if you want to check it since you just looked that up, did he do it in September 2023 or 2024? That'll answer our question. Okay. My number 7 at All In 2025, just a few weeks ago, I put Mercedes Moné versus Tony Storm. In my opinion, I think it is the best women's match they've ever put on as a company. There are a lot of great ones that were done as like street fights and hardcore cage matches and this and that. They're great, but from a wrestling standpoint, with no like gimmicky stuff to make it shine more, I mean, these are my two goats, so obviously I'm a little bit biased on that front, but they went for nearly 30 minutes. I think they told an excellent story in the ring. This was built up wonderfully, and I think it paid off with a surprising ending, with which I think long term was the right way to go. I think it's going to be the right way to go. I think the better road to have taken is Tony retaining than Mercedes winning another belt. But I love the match, and I was thinking about Mercedes versus Stat matches, Mercedes versus Hayter, but ultimately this one just is above them in my opinion.
Yeah, no, totally true. Harley answered September 24, so that was after that.
So there you go. So that is So that was the week before the All
Yeah.
Out match. All right.
All right. Number
Thank
6.
you, Harley.
We have for you Bryan Danielson's first appearance on our list versus Kazuchika Okada for Bandura 23.
Yeah. This one was just an amazing match. Highlighted for me by the fact that it had to, I don't know if it immediately followed it, but it was like really close to I think this match closed the show, but like, you know, Omega versus Osprey happened like earlier in the night or like a match before this, and they had to follow it, and they completely tore the house down. And let's not forget, this is the match where Danielson broke his arm with 10 minutes left in the match, and like was a trooper, pulled out like an amazing feat in the ring, and just a great match, great crowd, great night. And I think it's one of the probably. I mean, I know they fought again, I think after that in Japan, but this was definitely the better match and one of like Danielson's last great ones before he headed out.
Yeah. I also have a Danielson on my number 6,
Ooh.
his first appearance of many. We have Danielson versus MJF at Revolution 23. I love a great Iron Man match. We got a nice Iron Man match. One of my favorite stipulation matches is Iron Man. I think just probably because of Shawn Michaels, like one of my first memories of wrestling was him winning that Iron Man match.
I'm pretty sure this is still the. I'm pretty sure this is still the only 1 hour Iron they've done too. AEW.
Yeah, which is great. And
Excellent.
no one really does Iron Man matches anymore. Like NXT was doing a few of them a couple years ago, but like it's not a constant thing, which is fine. I like that makes it nice and rare. So whenever you do get to see it, it is a special treat. But these two really tore the house down. It's two of my favorite wrestlers currently and at the time, and they really just had a great match that I loved. I loved watching every second of it. How are you? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the question I'm trying to ask you. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, it's a great match, and I will save my thoughts on it for a little bit later in the list.
Ah, weird. All right, moving on to
Oh,
number 5.
how are
We
we on time, by the
got
way? Do we want to take a commercial break here? Or are
yeah,
we
that's
good?
probably a good idea actually.
All right, scroll down, scroll down.
So we'll sit at 6 right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere.
You know,
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
the hell?
So we are back at number 5 on our list of AEW top 10 pay-per-view matches of all time. Number 5 for
Yeah.
each of us. We have Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for Forbidden Door 2023. I mean, it's what else can you say about this match? These are two of the greatest, not only of all time, but the greatest active today. This is before Omega really went out for a while, which was great. One of his last matches before he went out for diverticulitis. And I was looking forward to this match so much because Ospreay still hadn't really been with the company. We saw heard of him, you knew of him, and he did little doses. But like this was their big rivalry that kind of had a nice little payoff to it. and I loved every second of this match. It was the first time I really got to watch Ospreay because I didn't watch a lot of New Japan stuff, so I got to watch him live. So one of my favorite matches in wrestling, let alone AEW.
Yeah, I agree, and I will save my thoughts for later.
That's
so yeah,
two saves, ladies and gentlemen.
For my number 5, I have Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson from Dynasty of last year. My personal match of the year for last year. So it was a no-brainer that it has to had to be on my list here. It's just two of my personal favorites ever. Going at it here, it was awesome, and I think at this point, I believe we already knew that Danielson was kind of like gonna wind down. I think he just announced it like a month before this.
Yeah.
I think he kind of announced it right after Sting left, if I recall. So this was very fresh, and just an amazing match, so good, and yeah, easy number 5. Before we move on, I do want to take this moment to read off a few fan suggestions. So I'm just gonna prop this up here on my laptop.
Fine.
And some of these may be coming up. Some of them probably aren't on the list at all, but I want to read them off here to give all of our viewers their fair shout out. First off, I have from Jay DeFalco. We have Anarchy in the Arena from this past year. Punk MJF in the dog collar match. Mox versus Kenny in the Lights Out match. That was the early on one, I believe. Cody versus Dustin, we already mentioned. Kenny versus Ospreay from Forbidden Door that you just mentioned. Then next up, we have from Harley, we have Mox versus Kingston at World's End from this past year, from 2 years ago.
I was gonna say
which
that was a good one.
Yeah, which was very close to being on my list. That was one of the ones that was like hanging on by the end for me. But apologies, did not make my list. Can't speak for Danny's. But
I did not make mine either, unfortunately.
Yeah, next up we have Swerve versus Paige in the death match from Full Gear that you also mentioned. Paige versus Mox in the death match from Revolution, and also the same death match from All In Texas this past.
Someone likes her death matches.
Yeah. Oh, and John Moxley. I guess that goes hand in hand. And last up, I have also from Keverlast. We have the Swerve Hangman death match. That's the one that you also mentioned below. So, which is funny, everyone mentions the death match. I feel like I enjoyed the cage match more, but that's just interesting to me that who went the death match over that. They're both great, but just an observation. Also mentioned Punk, MJF, the dog collar. Anything with Darby and Sting in it, and another one which was on my list. Yeah, and then another one that was on my list early on but didn't make it the whole way, Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus Steel Cage match at Full Gear 2022. That opened the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one that I really enjoyed. I thought it was a great opener for that.
That was a good one too, I agree.
And yeah, and then the last one I have also from Jay is Swerve Ospreay at Forbidden Door and Sting's last match, which we already talked about. Nice. So yeah, we're all kind of in lockstep. I mean, obviously, there's a ton of other matches that we'll get to, but and there's some that we didn't even put on our list, unfortunately. But yeah, let's move on to our top 4. Number 4.
All right. Number 4 for me is something we already talked about, but I agree with you. Greatest women's match of all time. We've already said this many times. Our top 2 favorite women of all time, what we consider the 2 greatest women of all time. And they just really tore the house down that entire match. It ended great. They both looked strong. They both had nothing looked stupid. Nothing really looked like clunky. They were really in lockstep with each other, and they really told a great story for it. So I can't wait for them to run it back whenever they do, because I think it's just going to be, I think it might be better.
I'm shocked you got this at 4. I didn't realize you liked it that much.
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great. Obviously, I agree with you, and it's only a matter of a few spots. That's high up. Big praise. Big praise. All right, next up for me, my number 4, this is probably the oldest match on my list.
I know, that's wild.
It's just, and I feel bad, but like I said, those first few years, there was good stuff, but none of it holds up. Like once you got Danielson and Ospreay and like these other people in there, just no, like it's
That's
hard,
so
man.
funny.
It's really tough, for me at least. But Punk and MJF, the dog collar, amazing match. Despite everything with Punk, this is probably the defining match of his career there. Minus the Kingston match, which was good, but not like this level. And then yeah, probably the title wins were nice, but I don't think they were unfortunately a little muddied. So I think this is it. I think this is the thing you look
Yeah,
back on. If anybody wants to pick one good thing, even as a Punk hater, you can't deny like this match was awesome.
100%
And
agree.
the build up to it was so strong, so heated with the white shirt and the blood he threw on him. Great stuff. So yeah, it's a shame
Agreed.
it didn't work out, but that's my
And
number
and
four.
we talked about it a little bit, and I'll take a minute to talk about it. I think the change, I think the move hasn't worked out for anyone. I think if Punk stayed with AEW, it would have been better for everyone involved, but unfortunately, it didn't work out like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I agree with you on that fully. We won't open that
number
can of worms.
3,
Top three,
bam.
folks. Here we go. Bam, bam.
So we have, for me, Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door 2023. I love a great technical match. These are probably, argumentally, two of the best technical wrestlers ever. And they just really put on a show that day, and I loved I've rewatched. I don't rewatch a lot of matches. I rewatched that match at least 3 or 4 times.
Wow, nice. Yeah, no, this was one that was again close on my list. This was one like I really liked it and enjoyed it, but it was such like a. It was weird. It was almost like so good. It was just like in a level of like I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it. Like
It was
I
so good
really
it
liked
wasn't
it.
good enough.
No, it was so good. It was almost like its own thing. It was just like that was nice, and now I have it. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I can't get it out of my head to explain it because I'm not knocking it at all. It was on my list too,
No, I know what
and
you mean.
it wasn't at that level of like amazing. It was good, like very. But it's a technical match, so that's why.
Yeah,
But
Jade
I
Falco,
don't mind
words
those ones.
aren't working for me tonight, so we'll see how the rest of the night goes. We're fine. We're
Oh boy,
fine.
it's okay. All right. Next up, then for me at number three, this is the Adam Page John Moxley death match from Revolution back in 2023. I think this is the better death match between the two of them. I like the one at All In. We've already established that. I did enjoy it. But the Revolution 23 death match, if I recall, we can go back and look at the tape or for the 2023 shooties that we did. But I'm pretty sure this was my match of the year then as well. I loved it. Great match.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I do think it was the better death match of the two, just because, like I said last week, it was a little overbooked at the end for me this past year. So this one was just between them really and just got a nice finish. So I like that a lot better. All right, number 2.
We're getting there.
We got, for me, Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay at Wrestle Dream 23. I had to get ROC up there, and him versus Ospreay was such an interesting match because I didn't expect, I didn't know how they were going to work well, and the great storyline of Will being like, you don't take it seriously going up to it, blah, 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 you're not going to be a challenge for me, and then just the complete 180 of even what a lot of people expected up to that point with Orange Cassidy, because he was wrestling great, but no one thought he was going to be able to keep up with Ospreay like that, and step for step he had every move, every hold, every reversal. It was great between the both of them. I loved it. Oh, choking.
Yeah, no, you know what? So I think I figured it out now. Now that I'm looking at your list and your 2 and your 3, like it's not knocking it, but I think it's just funny after what you said earlier. Like these two, like didn't really have a story or a lot of story going. Like they were exhibition matches.
Yes.
They were on Forbidden Door and Wrestle Dream to be like, these are two great talents. So let's have this great match. And I think that's why, for me, like I said, like, the story isn't quite there. So I find it interesting. You were talking about the story before. Now you got these guys at 2 and 3,
I
but I
know,
get
I
OC,
know.
I get OC's your boy, and
Two,
sometimes
three,
that
and
great of
I'll
a
even say
match.
4. Even Monet and Storm had a little story leading up to it. Like they were more like they
Mm,
had more story, but not as much as some of the other matches before them. So I know, I agree. It's interesting.
yeah,
Stop
but no,
picking
I mean
apart my
they're
brain, bro.
all right. I can't help it. I'm giving us content. You want me to just stay there and go, yes, Daddy, that's a good match.
I'm
Next
not.
match,
I'm
okay,
not
that's a
paying you
good.
to be my psychiatrist. All right,
How
get
does that
out of
make you
here.
feel? Tell me.
I'm feel seen. Thanks, man.
When you look at the match, do you see a boat? Okay.
See art.
So yeah, so Orange Cassidy, number 2, I get it. He's your boy. Um, Great match and stuff. No complaints there. And yeah, and then my number 2, then you mentioned it before. I believe you had it at number 6. Um, Bryan Danielson versus MJF, the Iron Man match from the same night as the Death match, which is crazy to think about. Like, it's just wild when I look at my list and like how so many matches happen on like the same night. And like, there's some great pay-per-views, there's some good ones, but like sometimes you just get like that next level night where you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Like these two on the same show was insane.
Yeah.
You think Page and Moxley closed, but I think the Iron Man match has been very history has been kind to it, and now like you can look back and still think of it like the only one they've done, so it's still very special. This was Danielson, getting in there to make MGF look good since he just won the belt. I think this was his like first real defense, maybe second or third after fighting Starks. But just thought of Cole versus MJF all in Wembley. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
know?
We mentioned it before though. Danielson, MJF, um, the oxygen tank at the end, the overtime they
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was
were
so great.
teasing and doing, just very, very well done. And I hope they do another Iron Man match soon, because I mean it's been over 2 years now, and I think you can do another one for the history books.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it's not kind for TV, but like you've done the hour draws already. You did the tag match with the Guns and not the Guns, Bullet Club and FTR. Like you can do hour-long matches on Collision and no problem and do
Yeah.
commercial free. But so hopefully they do it soon. Take that as a note, TK. Give us an Iron Man match by the end of 2025. All right. If you do, we'll know you're watching.
And last but
Um,
not least, we
Well, before
got.
you move up,
Oh,
I want to talk about Harley's comment, because they can already see our pay-per-views written for number 1, so it's not on the list. Sorry, but Cole versus MJF, all in at Wembley. Um, it was good. I didn't put it on my list because just sometimes matches are more about like the moment and the payoff, and like
I'm
it
not
was
gonna lie. I didn't
good,
even really
but
consider it.
yeah, I thought about it. I had it on my list of 40 and whatnot. But yeah, it just felt, for me at least, it was good, but it felt more about like the moment and the camaraderie between them, and payoff didn't really happen yet there, kind of.
Fair.
Injuries messed it up. That was my mentality. But all right, number ones, hit it.
And we already talked about Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. And then for you, we have Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. Weird
My
how
God.
these ones lower for both. Actually, these were both our number 5s.
Really?
Yeah, that was my number 5. Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, and your number 5 was Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
There you go. All right. So why is Danielson
Interesting.
Osprey your favorite AEW pay-per-view match of all time?
It's my 2 favorite AEW wrestlers just facing each other. That's really what it comes down to. My 2 favorite wrestlers faced off, had a great match. My favorite match, plain and simple.
Yeah. All right. Well, for me, Osprey Omega. I mean, this was, I believe, it was for the IWGP US title at the time. I think Omega was the champ at this point. I forget which one of them had it. Apologies. Maybe it was Osprey, because Osprey was still with New Japan, but not the important detail. This was one of the few matches in AEW where I feel like it's hit that next level, like nuclear gear, where like you could just tell in the moment you're really watching something special, where
Oh
the
yeah.
fans are just losing their mind, and they're untouchable in that ring doing what they're doing. I believe this was one of the first times Osprey hit the Tiger Driver. for the sake of the story, not the first time he's ever hit it, but for the sake of the story they were telling. This might have even been the time where he like did it and like said, I know he banned it after Danielson, I believe,
Yes,
right?
Danielson
At
was the reason.
Dynasty. I think the Omega match was the first time he like hit it on AEW TV. But either way, just an amazing match in Canada, in Kenny's hometown. Um, just yeah, I think it's two of the best, two of the greats to do it. Um, and I know we said it before, or you said it before, but like looking at my list, I mean, I think I looked at it. Osprey's on there 4 times. Danielson's on there 3 times. Like I got Omega, I think, on there twice. So, and you know what? And MJF's on there twice, and I really don't care. I mean, they're clearly the best, and they're the ones that are like
There's a
doing
reason.
it and at a different level of everybody else.
To be honest, if I
So
was really being unbiased, it'd probably be like the first 6 or 7 would probably be some combination of Omega, Danielson, and Osprey.
they're that good,
Just
man,
what
and
it
they
is.
do it on TV too. But like
Mm-hmm.
just, they go to that extra gear on pay-per-views. Um, do you have any matches that you were close that you could think of, or this was just your 10 and you never really had one that missed out?
This was pretty much it. I had Punk versus MJF. I
Mhm.
did have Sting and Darby versus the Bucks. I had like a couple that you had on here that just kind of I liked, but I just like these ones more for whatever
Yeah,
personal reason. And then like I said,
yeah,
I
that's
just had a
fine.
couple like even Dynamite matches or Grand Slam matches like
Okay.
Danielson versus Omega, where I was just like, oh no, that happened at a show I was at. That wasn't like it just had to like clean those out.
I want to put Premier Athletes versus Dark Order at number 3. Please make the change. No, wait, that was Dynamite.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I already mentioned some of mine. Obviously the Swerve and Page stuff, I kept off. Mox and Eddie, I kept off. I had Stadium Stampede on there for a while, but that's kind of like for the time it was great. Like, but I didn't really want to throw it on here with these matches. Like, but and then I tried, and then one I'm surprised neither of us went with. Page and Omega versus the Bucks from Revolution 2021 or 2020 rather. Sorry.
And I
That was
know a lot of people love that match, and I liked it too. But like, it just wasn't one of my favorites. I don't know why. I never really got behind the whole tag team run with Page and Omega, the whole
Mhm.
breakup. It was a good story, just wasn't one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love the match. The match is great. I mean, I think it was like one of the last shows we got before that everything shut down and went to
Mm-hmm.
hell. But I think my thing was like I didn't consider it to be like as good as it was. I didn't put it up there as like the greatest tag team match of all time, which a lot of people were doing. And as I've already established here on the show, even before the Punk stuff, I was never really an elite lore kind of guy. Like I wasn't watching BTE or whatever it was called every week. I wasn't like keeping up with, oh my God, they're doing this and that on the shows. So still hit with me. It's still connected as a viewer. But yeah, that was one I'm surprised. I thought maybe you would have put it at least, but yeah, neither of us threw that on
I
there.
was thinking about it, but like I said, I never loved it. Like, it was a good match. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
match. I
No,
know
it
why
was.
people put it on top of their list and stuff. Just wasn't one of my personal favorites.
Yeah. And then another one, I mean, I wanted to put MJF and Joe, but MJF was really beat up for that one, so I didn't really feel like it was really worth throwing on there. But
Yeah, that's fair.
um and then what's another one? I had another one on there. I can't remember whatever. I can't remember now. Either way, I think we did well, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with us. We're gonna do one more segment here now with y'all. This is Keep Five, Drop Five, new segment from Danny. I believe I'm his guinea pig now, so
Yes, as usual.
I will sit back and let him take the wheel. Hopefully, he doesn't drive us off the cliff. Danny,
Oh,
go.
it's already off the cliff. Very simple concept. You don't. This isn't a ranking. This is a blind keep five, cut five. So I'm gonna give you one name at a time. You would tell me if you would keep them or cut them without knowing who's coming next. You're not ranking whoever you keep, and you're not ranking whoever you cut. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. First up. I need to edit that better. Let's shrink us. There we go. First up, we
Oh,
got Intercontinental Champion. So this is any Intercontinental Champion in WWE history that I'm going to give you. So
so just a quick pause. So, are there 3 of these I'm doing, or is this it?
I have 3 depending on time.
All right. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Time,
I'll try
if
and
we're
move.
seeing we're going a little late, or if you're taking too long, no, that's fine. Take your time. But if we
No,
see we're going a little late, we
I
can
want to
just do
move
1 or
quick.
2.
Content, baby. Content. Let's go.
All right, here we go. First name up, we have the Mountie.
Cut him.
Oh, how dare you? He's the Mountie, bro.
Cut him.
If I can spell Mountie, that'd be even better. I can't spell. I can't talk. It's terrible. Second,
the Mountaineer.
British Bulldog.
You know what? Let's keep Bulldog.
Ooh,
I'll
all
keep
right.
him. I'll keep Bulldog.
I got it. You're keeping the Bulldog.
I support PETA. PETA.
I should probably give him a capital B in his Bulldog name. All right. Next up, we have Jeff Jarrett.
Got him. Hit the road, slap nuts.
All right. Goldust.
Keep him.
Keeping Goldust.
Keep him. I'll keep him. I'll be nice. I do like him. I don't like.
As I say.
I don't like his current booking. That's more of a Tony Khan problem, though. So I can't blame him.
All right. Val Venus.
Cut him.
Cut Val Venus.
Cut him. With the
How
choppy
rude.
your pee-pee.
No.
Cut him.
Don't
Choppy
cut
your
that.
pee-pee.
Don't cut that. The Road Dog, Jesse James.
Wait, did you write Vel Venus?
I did write Val Venus.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to do this quick, and then I can't. The Road Dog, Jesse James. Remember, you're running out of room to cut also.
Oh, I'm aware of the game, Danny. Thank you.
I just got to remind you.
I'm going to keep Road Dog.
You're going to keep Road Dog. Will you keep or cut Lance Storm?
See, I'm trying to think of them as Intercontinental Champions, not so much the people. But,
Exactly.
I'm going to keep Lance. Give me Lance.
I'm surprised you kept Road Dogg based on that criteria because I don't remember him as like.
That's when I was.
IC
Well, that's when I was watching, and
that's fair.
Everything was good then,
Everything
except for Jeff Jarrett. Even then, I didn't like him. All right, moving on.
All right, you have 1 keep, 2 cuts left.
Let's
Next
do it.
up, Santino Marella.
Cut him. Oh. Cut him. Easy.
Wow.
Easy peasy. Beautiful.
Wow.
Cover
I really enjoyed Santino Marella. All right. Umaga.
Cut him. I don't care if I fell for your trap. Cut him.
I don't know if you fell for a trap so much as just like Umaga was a pretty good champion.
Overrated. Overrated.
I was so mad. But you know what? Then you deserve falling for my trap because you did this. Number 5 that you're keeping is Ezekiel Jackson.
You know what? I'm fine with that. Core baby for life.
That's disgusting.
Core.
I'm so
Core
mad
for
you
life.
said that.
Wait, you weren't a core whore? I see how it is.
Jesus Christ. What is happening? Hold on. I'm losing control of my computer.
Core whores. Throw your C's in the chat if you're a core whore. Throw them up.
Please don't be a core whore.
All
right, so you kept, just so we can recap, you kept British Bulldog, Goldust, Road Dogg, Lance Storm, and Ezekiel Jackson, and you cut the Mountie, Jeff Jarrett, Val Venus, Santino Marella, and Umaga.
I have absolutely no regrets with this list. This is perfect.
That is wild that you said that. I don't agree with you.
This is absolutely perfect.
This
no
is
notes.
absolutely perfect.
Screenshot that. All socials. I don't care.
Okay.
Share with the world.
Next up, we have.
Let's do it.
Delete column. X Division champions.
Oh boy.
So this is a little more up your alley. I don't even know if I know all these names. By the way, I know most of these names because I watched TNA, but there were some names where I was just like, I probably remember him by face only, or I just stopped watching at the time. So I don't know if you'll know
Okay.
them either. First one up,
All right.
Jerry Lynn.
Keep him.
Keep him.
Much respect. Barry Lynn, my boy.
I don't know why I can never
Except
get
when he
that
won the Ring of
second
Honor
name
title.
capital.
Except when he won the Ring of Honor title. That one, he shouldn't have won that. He only won it because the wrestler was popular at the time. We'll get into that another day.
Kid Cash.
I like Kid Cash. Cut him. Just to
Ooh.
split the hair. I like him. I do like him, but
No, I know.
it's
That's a
too-
hard one. That is a hard
It's
one.
too early. It's too early to know it's coming. So I gotta. Yeah.
Dougie Williams. Douglas Williams.
Yeah, keep Dougie.
I like
Douglas
that. Hey,
Williams.
I like Douglas Williams. I thought he
Yeah,
was
I
a
like
really
him.
different aspect for the X
like him
Division,
too.
so he was really interesting to me.
Yeah, and he did a lot of stuff in Ring of Honor early on when I was watching with like Nigel and stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm
All
cool with
right.
that.
Abyss.
Yeah, gotta keep Abyss.
Gotta keep Abyss.
This is gonna get
I
bad.
love it.
I'm glad I cut cash at this point.
Rockstar Spud.
Ah, I like Spud too, but I gotta put somebody in that cut column. Put Rockstar Spud there.
Oof.
Sorry, Spud. I like everybody on this list so far. So this has been hard.
I'm glad. Let's see. I hope you'll like this name. Sanjay Dutt.
Put him under cut.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Is Spud 2Ds or is that a WWE thing you're looking at? Because I'm pretty sure he's only 1D.
You know me. I can't spell.
Oh, WWE throws letters on names, and even though that's a TNA name, but maybe
Nope,
Vince
you're
got
right.
to you.
1D.
1D. All right, now we're even.
All
down.
right.
Okay.
Next up, we got. Now, this name I don't know, I'll admit.
Okay.
But he sounds like one of our fraternity brothers, so I had to throw him on the list. Rohit
Okay.
Raju.
Oh, cut. I hate him. He sucks. Oh my god. Awful. Can you put him at number
Sorry,
5
Rohit.
just to like put him at the bottom?
Just to make you feel better, bro. I got you.
Oh my god. He's
That's fucking funny as hell.
he's the first name I actively do not like on this list.
Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, you got to keep Frankie boy. All right, 50-50 again.
Leo Rush.
Okay, this is 50-50 now. All right, I'm going to have faith you're not trying to trap me again. I like Leo Rush, but I'm putting him undercut. Just because of how he always like came and went to places. So, cut.
Because I got rid of that. Hold on. I got to do that, and then I got to do that.
His
There
baby
we
name.
go. And
Yellow
that means at
baby
number
name.
5, great decision, sir. At number 5, you have Chris Sabin.
I like it.
Good job.
I'm good with this list again. I mean,
I'm proud of it. I'm much happier with this list than your last list.
yeah, this is again no notes, another great list. I mean,
No
I
notes.
feel bad for the top 4 names I cut. Rohit Raju can go fall in a volcano for all I care. All right, last list. Hit
All
me.
right, last list we got.
Let's do it.
Brother.
Thank you all for sticking with us.
Yes.
By the way, we appreciate
Hope you're
it.
liking this, by the way.
Yeah.
And if you think he's wrong about anything, let us know.
Yeah. Am I killing it or am I being killed?
Or is he killing it?
Yeah.
Or is he killing it? Last one we got, real life brother tag teams.
Oh, brother, you better not be pulling one on me here.
No. Real life brother tag. Like they're real as far as I know. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Yeah, and I better see Kane and Undertaker on here. You want to go down that road again? A fight.
I can't take the chance. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, here we go. First on the list, we have. I already know where this is going, but I got to give it right away to you. The Briscoe brothers.
Yeah, you got to keep them. And up.
All right. Next on the list, we have the Hardy Boys.
Keep them.
Oh, what'd you say?
Keep them.
Okay. I'm going to put a Z for their WWE tenure.
That was a tough one.
Next up, we have the Lucha Brothers.
Cut them.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, what they did. Absolutely.
Borderline racist. Next
they did?
up,
I know.
We have Cody and Dustin Rhodes.
You know what? Cut them. They were never really like a tag. Yeah,
I will say, hold on. Actually, if it makes it better, I am talking more about Cody Rhodes and Goldust when they were finding the Shield. More of that tag team when they were actually a tag team for longer.
I know what you're talking about.
Just making sure.
Cut 'em. Yeah, no. Bye.
Get him out of my face.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
The Steiner Brothers.
Cut 'em.
Cut the Steiner Brothers.
Yeah, I don't like them. Sorry.
This is nuts.
Never did.
Bret and Owen Hart.
Cut them.
Jesus.
Heard me.
Primo and Carlito.
Keep them.
Keep Primo and Carlito.
Gotta hedge my bets at this point.
The Von Erichs.
Screw it. Cut them. We ride. We ride, baby. They haven't shown me anything.
All right.
It was Von Erichs.
So the last two teams that you are keeping.
Yep.
Harlem Heat.
Okay, I can live with it.
You don't even know Harlem Heat. You would have cut them if I said them.
I just said it. I would have cut them too.
Oh, okay.
And
well, I had to cut you off.
Okay.
And I don't know how you feel about this one. The original Briscoe brothers of Gerald and Jerry Briscoe.
I mean, I have no stake in that.
I'm going to say this one isn't your best one.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, looking at the cut teams, like,
You're telling me you would take all five of those, you would take Primo and Carlito over all five of those teams.
No, I'm not, but this is just like, I don't like the Steiners. I don't like Bret. I don't really care for the Von Erichs. Like, you know, Cody and Dustin, I guess I would take them, but like they weren't really like that much of an established tag team to begin with, so that's why I didn't feel like keeping them was going to be worth it. You know, Lucha Brothers are little bitches that got caught, and now they're wearing little Ronald McDonald suits on TV.
Hey man, how dare you? Ray Phoenix is another established tag team star without his brother now.
Oh yeah, him and Andrade really going places.
Really?
Hey, we don't know what to do with you two Mexican wrestlers, so
you
we're
know
just
they're
going to
beat the Wyatt Six eventually, bro.
The tale is all this time. Put you together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with us. Please join us this Thursday. I know it's going to be weird. We have no pay-per-views to talk about this Thursday. So this Thursday is just a nice, simple, relaxing week in wrestling. We hope. We'll find out what happens. Join us Thursday, 8 p.m. See you all then. Peace out, everybody.
Why'd you do that? Now some bombshells news is gonna drop tomorrow. We're
That's
gonna have
what
an
I'm
hour
hoping.
worth of. God damn it.
That's what I'm hoping.